Well, to discuss this further, let's cross live now to our guest Ami Horowitz, political satirist. Ami, welcome to the programme. Good to see you. Now, if we can jump straight into it, there's a lot of dirty laundry in Clinton's inner circle, if we can say it that way. There's the old expression that your friends say a lot about you. Well, Clinton's been linked to a pedophile, while her closest aide has alleged links to Islamic radicals. Well, what did these people tell us about Clinton?
I think it says a lot. I think these are just a string of other shady characters that the Clintons have been friends with over the years. This is nothing new. It started from the beginning, from when he first became governor, when he ran for president. This is just another example of that. I mean, the relationship between these two are remarkably close. They introduced Anthony Weiner and Huma Abedin together, as you said in your package piece before, that President Clinton officiated at their wedding. And, certainly in the case of Anthony Weiner, you've got a guy who's sick, who's got some serious problems, yet they continue to be close to him over all these years. I think it says a lot about their personal judgment, no question about it.
Now, the FBI is investigating a whole lot of her closest team at the moment, yet there's little that we know because of the redaction. Does this strike you as suspicious? And shouldn't Clinton actually be grateful for all this redaction, especially given the timing of the release?
Yeah, there's no question about it. Who knows what they would find if that stuff wasn't redacted? I mean, this is one of the most amazing things we've ever seen, one of the most significant October surprises in American history, yet for some reason, she's still clinging on to a lead. It's amazing. One of the most underreported stories, by the way, about this whole FBI investigation is that Andrew McCabe, the #2 at the FBI, who was in charge of the investigation for Hillary Clinton, his wife got money from Terry McAuliffe, one of Clinton's closest, if not closest, political ally. There was money transferred to them, and this is something that people have stopped talking about because we're being just swarmed with allegation after allegation. It's an amazing thing, and you're right. Once there's redactions, if they ever go away, and the emails are actually sifted through, we find out what's going on, we're going to be shocked at the level of corruption that we've seen within the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Now, one of the revelations from the latest WikiLeaks release says the Assistant Attorney General had shared information about the congressional investigation of Hillary Clinton with her campaign head, John Podesta. How do you think it affected the probe?
You know, that's the $64,000 question, and everybody's trying to figure out kind of how that affected the decision made by Comey and the FBI. I think you have to understand that he's in a very difficult position, right? Because initially, in his initial probe, he did look at the emails. It was something significant there. He never said that she was letting off scot-free. He just said that nobody would prosecute the case. But the reality was she mishandled, it was clear, mishandled information. We now find out, there's reports coming out today, that there is a 99% chance that her emails, the confidential emails, were breached by foreign intelligence organizations. So we're talking about something deep and disturbing. At the same time, now that he's got new information that WikiLeaks came out with, he's in a tough position. It's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. If he doesn't say, I've got something, and then we find out later that he did, he's going to be crucified for not at least coming forward with what he had. Now that he came forward, he doesn't have anything specific because they haven't gone through the emails yet, and now he's being crucified for saying something where he doesn't actually know what's going on. So I have to say, in my personal opinion, I do feel for Comey, and it puts him in a tremendously difficult position.
Another thing that's come to light is this close relationship between the Assistant Attorney General and Podesta because he, kept him out of jail, as the quote goes. Now, what do you make of that?
The truth is, it's tough to say. These are stuff that's just sort of coming out right now. It's difficult to kind of get a sense of, what real trouble he was in. But I think what it does point to over and over again is you have these really I'm going to use the word cozy, but the word may be corrupt relationships going on between some people in the FBI, Hillary Clinton's friends, family, and campaign people, and frankly the Justice Department. And you have this weird kind of relationship, like I said, it might even turn out to be a corrupt relationship. And I think that's really, at the end of the day, the heart of the problem, that we're looking at a potential president, a likely president, where the corruption has really been so deep, it is so disturbing, it's hard even to put it in words.
Now, we can discuss the scandals surrounding the Clinton camp all day, but then we have Donald Trump, of course, and his sex scandals. That doesn't exactly make the American public, leave the American public with the best choice of candidates, does it? How do you think America ended up with such a questionable choice?
Well, questionable choices. I mean, it's so amazing. My daughter yesterday said to me, "How many people are in this country?" I said, "Over 300 million people." And she goes, "Those are the two best people we came up with?" It's mind-boggling. It truly is. Listen, Donald Trump is no prize. Don't get me wrong by any stretch of the imagination. And the truth is, I don't even care about the sex scandals. That doesn't even bother me. I mean, this is stuff we do going in with this guy. I mean, he is he's a shady character. There's no question about it. But at the end of the day, you've got a candidate who is a bit of a maniac. He's unhinged, has an incredibly thin skin. I mean, this guy, to say he's a problematic candidate is putting it lightly. How we ended up with him, that's the question we all want to know. The level of disgust that people in this country had with the political system, he's a direct result of that. He's not somebody people would, for the most part, wanted to vote for, but he represented a change. And any kind of change was better than what we had, because people were so deeply disturbed and disgusted by the political system, the way it's being handled today. And that's why we ended up where we are right now.
Well, on that note, Amy Horowitz, thank you for joining us on the programme. It's been a pleasure. Amy Horowitz, their political satirist.
Always a pleasure.